Mommy belly. Oh, you're so cheeky. I can't believe it. Okay. All right. Mum, you got to have a shower. I've got to get this olive oil out of my hair. So olive oil, coconut oil is awesome for like a natural hair treatment. Same for moisturizer and cleanser. Got to talk about that whole no chemicals situation, like the products and everything. Anyway, I'm just really tired. I'm gonna go have a sleep with Goldie because it's only 11 a.m. but I feel like it's 3 o'clock. Okay, bye. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Just checking in from the car diaries. Again, I know it seems like I'm always in the car at the moment. Just had a checkup at the hospital after I felt like my pregnancy has been a wild pregnancy. If you don't know what a wild pregnancy is, it's when there's like no medical intervention at all and people just have no scans and they don't see any doctors or anything. That's how I feel because I haven't had a checkup in forever. I almost had to leave as well because I almost had to wait for an hour and I can't wait that long. Not just because I'm impatient, because I've got to go pick up my baby. Anyway, turns out baby's head is down and not breech, but the baby must be sitting like right on top of my cervix and right where my bladder is because I just went to the toilet like 5 minutes ago and I feel like I need to go again. And then I go to the toilet and then turns out I don't really need to go that much, but because the baby's pressing there. Anyway, I told the obstetrician everything. Like last night, I went to put the bins out. I walked to the end of the driveway and back. And in 5 minutes, I had about 4 Braxton Hicks contractions. Like, and I'm not even over exaggerating. I'm being like, that's legit what happened. So it makes me worried that something is going to happen early. But talk about freaking me out. And I know that it's a serious decision, but I really want to try for a VBAC, which is a vaginal birth after cesarean. But she just gave me this sheet of like the statistics and the risks, I can't say the word, risks. And she said if I want to do a VBAC that I have to consent to the risks. And it's like a really hard thing. I know that the stats are like 1 in 200 and then 1 in 1,000, and I'll talk about it later, but it's like next time I go in for a checkup, they're going to want my consent, and that's really hard to do. So it's like they're scaring me off from having a VBAC or trying for one. I don't know, I'm talking to you guys like through a video now, so I can't get your feedback, but maybe comment below if you went for a VBAC. And I don't know, I guess I don't really want to hear horror stories either, But for so many reasons, I want to go for a VBAC. And I'll talk about it in this vlog, but they're just making it like it's a really big decision, and they're kind of scaring me off doing it. Like I'm looking at the hospital now from my car, and it's looking like the way that they're talking, it's like they want you to do another cesarean, but like it's just going to be so hard if I do a C-section again. I get it if my cervix won't open and it's an emergency Caesar, like I get it, it is out of my control, but yeah, I really wanted to try for a VBAC. All right, I've got to go. I've got to go to the supermarket and get food for dinner, but I haven't spoken about food aversions in this pregnancy, but it's just so weird. There's so many things that I just don't know if I can eat. All right, I'm just feeling like there's a lot to take in after that. All right, I will check back in soon. Okay, bye. Hey, I know, don't get a shock, I've got makeup on. I didn't do this. Like, I can't even be bothered to put makeup on these days. I just went to a girl's house. She was doing some training and needed someone to put makeup on. So it's my Sunday. Come with me. Come get something to eat. And then we'll go home and we'll have a really, really quick chat about why I want to push this baby out and not have a C-section, even though it's out of my control. But yeah. All right. Really need a coffee, but don't think I can stomach a hot coffee. Haven't been able to drink hot coffee since I've been pregnant or since the beginning. This car is so gonna back into my car. All right, I've got to go. I'm not gonna be able to get out of this car spot. Bye. All right, back home. Had to go to the supermarket, of course. Gonna stay on track. Had an awesome meal. I don't know what's wrong with me, but that coffee was disgusting. And I know it wasn't the cafe. Like, I know it was a nice coffee, but it just tastes disgusting. I just don't understand what pregnancy does to the taste buds and to the brain. Like, I love coffee. Anyone who knows me knows I'm the biggest, like, coffee lover there is. Well, not really. Over exaggerating a little bit, but I love coffee, and it's just, I drank it at the cafe today, but it was just yuck. All right, let's get straight to it. I can literally explain in 1 minute, perhaps 2, why I want a VBAC. Now, I don't want to say it wrong. I'm just going to check my phone because I don't want to say it or word it in the wrong way, but I always wanted a vaginal birth with my first baby, and I didn't get to have that. If you go back and watch my birth vlog, obviously I just wasn't dilating, and yeah, never got to experience that. Although at the same time, I'm petrified of tearing. Like, I'm so scared. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. It's like the thought of tearing or being cut like grosses me out so much. Oh, like, I don't know what it is. I'm afraid of tearing. All that aside, I still want a vaginal birth. One of the huge reasons, like health reasons, this of course is all if I can do it. Like, if everything works and I dilate as I'm meant to, and the birth canal is full of bacteria. So as the newborn passes through the birth canal, it's exposed to their first lot of microbiome. The baby gets covered with all that good bacteria and giving it a brand new microbiome. I know I'm not explaining it the best way, but going through the birth canal, your baby is basically exposed to all this bacteria that is just so good for its microbiome. I don't really think I need to say it any other way. Other than that, I've had a C-section before, and I know how painful the recovery is. I don't know how painful it is to have a vaginal birth and the recovery, but I do know what it's like for a C-section, and I know just the pain of trying to get up and down in bed, trying to like go upstairs, and it's not just the recovery. One of my huge reasons is I've got a 1.5-year-old. Well, she'll actually almost be 2. I don't know how I'm going to get her in and out of the car and lift her, because yeah, there's trips that we have to make, and I don't know how I'm going to be able to lift her. And even just like, you know, lifting her in and out of bed, you're not meant to lift anything heavier than your baby. So I don't know. And that really worries me because I don't have any help. Although with my first baby, with Goldie, no one ever stayed at the house. No one has ever stayed with us. Yeah, I never had any help. I think this time it's going to be really different and I'm going to have to call on some people. I hate asking for help. Like, I hate it. I hate feeling like I'm putting other people out, but I think I'm going to need help if I have a C-section because, yeah, like this time I won't be so stupid to not plan for a Caesar. First time around, honestly, I packed my hospital bag and I actually just thought I'd be able to do it. And I had no idea all that stuff would happen. And everything that happened to me in all those days in hospital and no idea. And I wasn't prepared for it. And in my head, I never thought I'd have a C-section either. It was a little bit of a rude awakening. That's why, like, there's no point me coming on here and talking about my birth plan because there's no point being like really, really set on a way that you want to give birth because at the end of the day, it's a little bit out of your control, especially if you don't know what your body's going to do. Yeah, I want the experience of pushing. Yeah, I think a huge part of me is worried about the recovery and how I'll go. Like, it was just really painful. Like, having like the Caesar afterwards was really painful. I remember it was the second night because the first night after you have your Caesar, I don't know, everything like, you know, is still like all that pain doesn't come through yet. Like it's like it doesn't hit you yet. All the drugs are wearing off and the anesthetic's wearing off. And then the second night, I remember I was holding Goldie and I needed someone to help me put her into her, into her crib, like the bassinets at the hospital. And I was like stuck and I pressed the buzzer and I waited for 45 minutes and I was just like, stuff this, I have to do it. But the pain of like sitting up, it sounds like I'm being dramatic, but I'm not. The pain just to do that was full on. I just remember, look, I guess it goes pretty quick. The recovery it's just the first 2 weeks. It's the first 2 weeks I'm worried about. Yeah, I'm not going to come on here, not going to come on and talk about my birth plan because it's really out of my control. And I know also given my age, they put me as a high risk pregnancy because I hate talking about this, but I'm about to turn 40 soon after this baby's birth. So because of my age as well, yeah, I know, look, I've got a scan during the week and the baby hasn't been scanned in a medical way, hasn't been measured. So we have no idea what's going on. So it'll be really good to like know what's going on. And yeah, I mean, I don't even know where my placenta is. I'm guessing it's posterior, posterior, because I can feel a lot of kicks, which is really good. But yeah, I hope it's not low lying, but I won't know until during the week. Anyway, I'm gonna go. That was meant to be 1 minute, but anyway, gotta go. I'll see you guys soon. I feel like because I look so huge that perhaps I should pack my hospital bag early. All I can tell you is that if I make a video and next time I see you unpacking my hospital bag, it's going to be a no fuss, quick pack of the hospital bag because I feel like I know what I need this time. I had no idea the last time, but this time I feel like I know what I'm gonna pack, but it's just like it's gonna be a quick one, okay? No, none of these like all fancy stuff. There's a lot of stuff I did not use. Actually, most of the stuff I didn't use. So just the essentials. Yeah, all right, gotta stop talking. Don't forget to like and subscribe and I'll see you guys soon.